is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 398. NASDAQ is up 90. S&Ps are up 37. That's 1.6 in the Dow, up 1.2 in the NASDAQ, 1.1 in the S&Ps. Gold contract down $3.20, trading at $13.20 an ounce. Silver down 5 cents, $16.33. Copper flat, $3.10 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.40, trading at $62.65 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 6 ticks, 120 even. 30-year bond down 14, 143. King dollar up 124 ticks, trading at 90.030. The euro is at 123.29 to $1 US. The yen is at 106.20 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have out here? So we go over to the SPY. We take a look at the SPY. What you're going to see at the SPY is this. You're going up with 64 million shares. Well, first off, we go downtown January 26th. We roll over. You do a low February 9th. You get a high volume low, wants to get tested, 252.92. You do a nice counter trend bounce, monster. Actually, you go from 252 in the SPY, you go up to 278. You get all of 99 million shares traded. You're going against 294 million. It gives it up in spades. What do we do then? We come off those highs, come down. You have an expansion of volume. That being said, though, guess what? You're going into monster volume. So bottom line, you're down 4 days in a row. You actually rejected lower price on Friday, had lighter volume, did 139 million. You're going into 246. You're going into those highs and rejected it. Now what do you have? You're going up to 64 million. And I suspect, number one, the SPY wants to get to this 278. We'll see how that test comes in. That being said, let's go over to the NDX 100. Why the NDX? Because I suspect the NDX is actually going to get into the highs, folks. Same setup, though. I'm also expecting that this low is going to be tested of the February 9th level in the Qs, which is 150. So we got the high that was established on the 29th. That high had 37 million shares traded. You come off the high, monster volume, 118 million. You get a low out there with 113. You do a counter trend bounce, all of 42 million. You come off that with 54. You're doing 30 right now. Bottom line, the NDX is the strongest index, and I do expect this 170.91 is going to get tagged. Small caps. What do we got with the small caps? Small caps came back really fast on Friday. No two ways about that. You rejected the highs of the lows. We did that with light volume. You did 31 million versus 37 versus 69. You're going up today on 13. This baby will get into the highs that were established last week of the 155. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here. Trading down 320 today. You're at 1320. We've had a high out here today of 1328. You've done 209,000 contracts. Bottom line, not bad, not great, all of the above. As long as we stay inside the 1309, that's the number you want to keep your eye on. We had broken that with conviction last Thursday, popped right back inside it. That's your range. When we did break it, you were going into the breakout area from December 29th and December 30th. Silver continues to need to catch a bid. Bottom line, silver is still the laggard out here. That's down 0.2%. Silver is trading at a price point of $16.42. That also spiked the low, came back inside the range. Bottom line, we need a sign of strength inside that silver market. Now, notes and bonds are really intriguing here. This is why. So if we take a look at the 10-year note, what you've had is that this has been trying to lay in a bottom, you know, basically going back to February 14th. We came off the lows, and we did that last Wednesday, and you had wide price spread. We had volume behind the move. You're pulling back with dramatically lighter volume, so that's still saying to me that, guess what? The 10-year is going to be running up to 122.02. Right now, we're at 120 flat out. You're backing down today, dramatically lighter volume. If we go take a look at the 30-year, see how the 30-year set up? It's set up the exact same way. We got to a low today of 142.21. We're at 143.02. You've done 232,000 contracts. That is coming into its strength that was established out here last Wednesday that had 480,000. Bottom line, 10-year, 30-year continue to want higher price. Right now, when we take a look at the yields out here, the 10-year is at 2.881. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar out here failed on price, failed on volume last week. Let's take a look. Let's see, DXM. Let's go into the... Okay, now DX. I'm going to put the... March 18th, DX. Okay, so we take a look at... We're still in the March contract. So we did 24,000 contracts today. Nothing heavy. You're at 90.035. Now, this has to get back over 94.50. So you're 405 ticks right now away from 415 ticks away from that swing point. What we did last week is that we got into the swing. You failed on price. You failed on volume. What you did 39,000 contracts, which is good volume going into that. That being said, you were going into 40,551, but that's decent volume. You know, we'll see whether it makes another run for this 90.450. The way this is set up, that's on the short term. In the longer term, you're in a much larger ABC structure on the way down. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 364. NASDAQ is up 80. S&Ps are up 32. Coming right back. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 366. You get the NASDAQ up 82. S&Ps are up 32. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Steve's got a great program every trading day right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. You can also get his newsletter, Mastering Probability. The way you do that, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters. You're going to go to trading newsletters. You can do a 30-day free trial right at TFNN. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, great to be back with you. I haven't been with you for a while. Was traveling myself, and then you were at the Money Show last week. I think I heard you say the Money Show was really pretty good and interesting this year.
It was the busiest it's been in 10 years. It was the Traders Expo, but yes.
Traders, okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And what I can't figure out actually is that was it that many people, or there was that many less booths, and we just got more business. You know, so you had, you know, it was kind of interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, we're always trying to figure things out, and you know, I don't know about you, but me, I always like knowing where I'm going. And the one thing that always kind of pisses me off a little bit is when I hit a detour, and that's what I want to talk to you about today in the markets here is, you know, now today's action, price-wise, very good. I heard your take on what was going on volume-wise and so forth, and I try to give people a big picture view of the market, and that's what I really want to do today, because I think there's a serious or superior detour that I want folks to be paying attention to when it comes to the Dow, and what I'm referring to with regard to the long-term projection is that for many months now, I've been calling for the Dow to target the 30,740 level. I haven't given a time period. I can't give the time period, but it sure looked like as we began the month of January and the way that the markets were moving higher, that we were headed there. It was kind of funny. I stepped on an airplane to go on vacation. I think it was the morning of February 5th, pretty early out there. And by the time I landed, I think the Dow was down about 500 or 600 points, and then I landed again. I had kind of like three stops before I got to my final destination, and it was down like was it like 1,500 points?
Yeah,
1,000 points,
yeah.
Right? And you know, and I think there's like this little. I think oftentimes when you're on an airplane, something happens inside the market, right?
Yeah. I was, you know, what's so funny is that I was on the plane the following day, And I had people over my house this weekend. They said, you better not ever get on a plane again. And this is what's so crazy about this, folks. They don't even realize that in the Tigers Den, they know that when I used to get on planes, they didn't even know that, Steve, and it was like crazy. I looked at them and said,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. You know, so that was kind of my thought, because that was the second time for me. It happened back in 2015 when I was on a plane and the market was just, you know, cratering, and the internet service, even these days, that is available to us on the airplane, that it just wasn't. But anyways, 30,740 has been my target. But and part of it, and I've shared this, you and I have taken a look at this annual seasonal cycle for the Dow. And over the last 86 years, what typically happens is the Dow forms a bottom towards the end of January. So if I take a look at that time period, hey, I'm on a plane on February 5th, and by February 9th, we have the market that has put in a bottom. We don't know if it's the bottom, but it fits right alongside with the annual seasonal cycle. So subscribers and I actually went long the following day. February 9th was a Friday. I had the weekend while I was on vacation, take a look at charts at the open. We went long the technology sector, the XLK. That was the strongest looking sector when I took a look at its TAS market profiles. They were still in bullish formation, so we went long, had a nice trade on that. And so it was really fitting with the annual seasonal cycle. As you pointed out on Friday, the markets came down. Some of the indices tested their February 9th swing point. The Dow was one of them. The Dow Diamonds tested its swing point with light volume. So, you know, maybe that's okay. In one way, it's a rejection. As you were pointing out, not a lot of volume in the indices to the upside today. But the real key level, this is what I want folks from the longer-term perspective to really be paying attention to, is the actual closing price at the end of December last year. And that is the figure of 24,719. That is a real key area when we take a look at that seasonal structure. Many times I've looked at that seasonal structure. We see the bottom in January, moving up into the May, July timeframe, pulling back in essence into October, and then it's the Santa Claus rally off to the upside in typical years out there. But I also want folks to really pay attention to that closing price inside the Dow, because if we slip back below 24,719, odds favor going back and testing that February 9th area. Maybe this time it's not the top. Maybe it's the bottom, but it could indicate a real severe detour inside of the markets. If I take a look at the other three primary indices, so the Dow, it's 24,719. The S&P 500 is 2673. The NASDAQ, 6396. The Russell 2000, 1535. These snapshots were taken probably about a half an hour ago, but those are prices that people should pay attention to. Let me give you an example. In 2017, when the Dow took out the close of 19,762, boom, we're off to the races, just kind of fitting that seasonal cycle picture. If I take a look at the 2015 area, when price finally took out 17,425, and it did that by the end of the first quarter, boom, it was off to the races to the upside. If I take a look at 2015, the year of the chop out here, the market, now I'm looking at some quarterly charts here just to give the bigger picture, a little bit easier for folks to take a look at the chart data. We basically never closed above on a quarterly basis above the actual high of the prior year out there, 17,823. So that's why that level that we take a look at, 24,719, is really a key price for the Dow. So good, we're trading about 24,917. Kind of dyslexic. Maybe that's a good thing because we can take a look at things slightly differently. But 24,719 is really going to be a key price. And if we slip back below that, what I want folks to prepare for is at least a test of that February level. Could be worse than that. It really could be worse than that. It's really important during the seasonal cycle that we end up taking that level out, closing above it. Maybe you come back and test it, but you really like to see the closing the closing, whatever the close is on the last day of the preceding trading year, to see price being able to take that out in order for the seasonal cycle to really work. If I go back into 1927 and we take a look at the Dow as it made its huge run up into 1929, there were plenty. There were 6 or 7 nice size retracements. Well, we had one of those in the early part of February. So that piece of it doesn't scare me as much as trading below the actual high from last year. If we go take a look at 1925 to 1932 in the Dow, as the Dow was making that run higher, these blue horizontal lines here, Tom, those are the end of the year prices. So you can see how important that seasonal cycle is, whether we go back into the 20s or whether we're in 2018. And so the key level for the Dow, folks, 24,719. And I don't know, Tom, I still like traveling, so I'm going to hop on an airplane. Maybe we just need to do it on the weekends.
Well, I'll make sure I know when you're getting on that plane. I know when I get on it, that's for sure, but I'll make sure I know when you're getting on it, too.
Okay.
Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. Go into newsletters, go into trading newsletters. You can master in probability. You can check it out, 30 days, money back guaranteed. Steve, you have a great one, safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental, so I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earn me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 247. The NASDAQ is up 75. S&Ps are up 30. Let's go over to Qualcomm and take a look at Qualcomm. So Qualcomm right now trading at $64.23. And what's going to be intriguing here, I mean, it looks like, so you get Broadcom that's trying to take over Qualcomm. And this just coming across the tape, let's see when the meeting is, that Broadcom is on course to win all 6 of its seats that it's seeking on the Qualcomm board, giving it a majority slate at the chipmaker based on the count of more than half the votes already cast. Well, that's only half the votes. If the results holds up when the first shareholder vote takes place, Broadcom would have a mandate to negotiate its $117 billion hostile bid for its rival, overturning Qualcomm's management opposition and doing the deal. So bottom line is that that's going to get intriguing, man. That is a big number, because if we take a look at Qualcomm, I believe that I think Qualcomm's twice as big as Broadcom, or maybe they're the same size. So Qualcomm does $22 billion a year in gross sales. Broadcom does $21 billion. Yeah, okay. The difference being is that Qualcomm, that was organically over the course of years, where Broadcom, they just buy everyone. They were at $4.3 billion in 2014. They're at $21.1 billion this year. Business-wise, bottom line is that they are just eating just about everyone in that business. That's what they're looking for. Some of our higher volume stocks out here today. You got XL Group, that's getting taken over. That's up $12. You got General Electric up 35 cents. Micron Tech is up 3.18. You have Square. Square's up $4.40. We'll go back to that. That has some juice underneath it. The Apple's up $1. You have Microsoft up 92 cents. Netflix, this is a big number. Netflix up $14.55. That is broken topside, and it has some volume behind the move. That's a big number. SQ, let's go over to Square for a second. Take a look at Square. So Square is trading up 9%. This is going after its high volume swing high, which is $49. You're taking it out, and it has juice on, and it's taking it out. This is going to be pretty intense. Let me pull this back a bit. So I put this, yeah, this is going to be a big week for Square. And let's see what their news they're saying. They're talking about cryptocurrencies, evidently. Let's see. Okay, so shares of Square are rallying in what appears to be old news making the rounds on the internet and on trading floors. The stock surge may have been promoted by an article from a little-known news site based in Latvia that said Square is possibly testing an integration with Bitcoin, according to 3 traders who declined to be interviewed. The story, written by a contributor of the website Cryptotonia, didn't seem to contain any new information. You gotta love it, man. Square Executive Officer Jack Dorsey on January 31st tweeted that the company is introducing Bitcoin trading for almost all users of its Cash app. Dorsey said in a February 27th earnings call that Bitcoin for us is not stopping at buying nor selling. The stock climbed 88.7% to a record $50 in New York today. Bottom line now, you're at $50.39. So big number there. Netflix, NFLX. What you had with Netflix out here today, you have a nice expansion on price. No doubt about that. The news out this morning was that you had, there it is, okay. So Reed Hastings, no doubt, was off to a good start, percentage-wise, that's for sure, because his wealth has expanded 47% so far this year. That is basically one of the fastest expansions. That being said, he's just reaching the 500 richest people in the world. It's not like the Bezos type of wealth. His record right now is $4.1 billion. What that has to do with, of course, is that he doesn't own nearly as much Netflix as Bezos owns Amazon. Amazon, he owns 16% of Amazon, where Hastings owns 1.2% of Netflix. If he did own as much as 16%, they'd be pretty close in the amount of wealth right now. That's kind of intriguing, actually. If we go take a look at where this thing wants to go, this has might be an ABC up. Look at this. 17. Yeah, it's an ABC up, man. This is pretty intense. Okay, so if I bring this back, let me bring this back on a weekly. So you already have one ABC up. It looks like you're going to get an additional one. The cleanest one on the daily would be approximately, let's see, 185. Yeah, it's $100. 336. Well, you're almost there. 336 with the ABC up. Right now, you're trading out at 302. We look at the expansion in gross sales out here. You have he was doing $5.5 billion in 2014. And this year he did $15.8 billion. So a big number. You know, it's pretty amazing too, folks, is that I'm not personally, last night I was watching the Oscars, and because Netflix, I guess, is in my house anyway, it's so big, and there's so many, whether it's series or some of those movies, out of all the best movies out there, I didn't know any not one of them, which kind of blew my mind. But I have a feeling that that's what Netflix is doing to probably movies in general. You know, we'll see. Not that I like movies, but evidently I'm hanging on Netflix versus going to the movie theater. But I was really surprised that I didn't hear about any of those movies, and I didn't know any of those movies. So anyway, we'll find out if Netflix is going to eat them all alive. Amazon, we go over to Amazon. Amazon's up right now, $23. This is breaking its highs. It looks like it's going to hold them today. We're at $15.23. What Amazon did, Amazon had taken out its high last week, got back underneath it, had some juice. Bottom line, you're going right after that high once again today of last week. The initial high, it's taken out. That's going to be an important one. That one there is the $14.98. What you have, Amazon is trying to put something together with J.P. Morgan in order to basically forge partnerships with banks so that they can start cutting the cost of credit cards. That's what it's really coming down to. Amazon wants to appeal to more cashless customers like tech-savvy millennials, while trying to cut its transaction expenses, copying a strategy from set by PayPal, which is intriguing. Which I use Amazon all the time, but what I didn't know they have at the end of this article, they have. Okay, so last year Amazon started Prime Reload, which gives customers a 2% bonus when they use their debit card to move funds from a bank account to Amazon balance used for purchase on the website. That's a big number, man. I'm going to do it in a second. I use Amazon all the time. It's another 2%. That's a no-brainer. It's like, not bad. And, yeah, stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the GDX. So GDX out here last week, folks. What we did is this. Now your benchmark actually goes all the way back to December 2017. You had nice sign of strength coming off that low. The bottom of that area was $21.42. We spiked that big time on February 9th. You get down to $20.83. You end up closing out at $21.68. Bottom line, we get down into that area again Thursday. 59 million shares versus 101 million shares versus your break top side with 82. Bottom line, that's what the GDX needed. Today, actually, this is another nice setup. Dramatically lighter volume. If you take a look at this intraday, you had these basically, kind of weak out here this all morning long. Bottom line, you get down, you hit a price point of 21.31. You're at 21.53. And that looks to me that, guess what? Now we're going to start marching our way up to this 24.84 area. We go into the XAU. We take a look at the XAU. Same type of setup inside the XAU. The XAU came into the sign of strength from December of 2017. You did it on the daily, you did it on the weekly, and you did it with dramatically lighter volume. So bottom line, that thing is set up. Now, the one you really want to keep your eye on is the HUI, and this is why. The differential is important, and right now, bottom line, this Gold Bugs Index, to me, has to get back inside 174.95, 174.97. This is why. So your sign of strength in December of 2017, the low of that is 174.97. We came down on February 9th, got below it, closed above it, did everything like it should have done. Last week, we got down into it again, and guess what? It's having a tough time getting back inside that sign of strength. That's a big heads up. It's particularly a heads up because it's the Gold Bugs Index versus the XAU. And the differential is the XAU, folks. What happens with the XAU is that the XAU, the equities that are inside the XAU versus the equities that inside the Gold Bugs Index have a differential. And the differential is that if you are in the Gold Bugs Index, you cannot hedge forward production over a year and a half. That's how this shakes out. So when you see this differential, many times it can mean that what you have is that the XAU is a little bit stronger because they are selling their gold forward. And if you're in the market, you don't like to see that. That's the bottom line. Selling gold forward at $2,000 is not bad. Selling gold forward at $1,320, there's the differential. Doesn't mean we're not going to jump inside it. I'm bringing it up for the point so you can see what that differential is. And it's close, but guess what? You want to see that get back inside that range. If we go take a look at Anico Eagle, they hit Anico Eagle really hard. You're going to see that's dramatically underneath that December area. You put this on a weekly, then the setup's not that bad. It's coming into the December of 2016. But bottom line, it really shouldn't have broke that level of the 40.70, and it did. And, you know, it was a decisive break, too, by the way. 9.3 million versus 7.6. So that test is set up, you know, at that $35 level. We go take a look at Newmont. You know, Newmont mining. This is a decent setup. You know, Newmont's coming out of it, meaning this was a weak equity for a while, and you know, it has some good strength, real good strength actually. Newmont's trading at 38.25. Looks like 46 is game. You know, Newmont was pushing with volume into highs. It's well inside its you know, December time frame, and so that would be your benchmarks when you're looking at all of these gold and silver equities. It would be the December of 2016 as well as the December of 2017 area. If we go take a look at Harmony, Harmony's caught a real bid out here. So this is going to be intriguing. Is do we also have to do with the aspect of the Rand dollar? So Harmony's trading at 223. You got another confirmed ABC structure on the way up. Right now, Harmony, yeah, 223. Looks like Harmony's on its way up to this 265 area. And where this is going to get interesting is that this is, you know, if you launch that 265, well, you know, bit by bit, it's your next level up there is 352, and we'll see whether it can get back inside the 571 area, because that would be the big number. If we go take a look at the Rand dollar, what you're going to see with the Rand dollar right now is at 11.84 Rand dollars to $1 US dollar. Let's go look at Gold Corp. Why Gold Corp? Okay, so Gold Corp is strong out here. And what you have is that if we go to the Canadian dollar, we get some divergence out here. And this probably has to do with the TAF situation right now. So the Canadian dollar is trading 129.89. This is getting weaker. Now, it's not that the dollar's got stronger, by the way, either. Okay, but correlation well, the dollar index hasn't got stronger. The Canadian dollar is definitely getting weaker in correlation to the U.S. dollar. And in fact, it looks like this Canadian dollar could actually make a run to 146. If that's what you get, what you're going to want to wrap your head around are these Canadian gold stocks. The reason being is that what has happened in the past is that when the dollar goes down, it's only up 89 ticks. Dollar's down, gold's up. As the dollar continued to get lower, the last monster run in gold, the Canadian stocks didn't do as well as the U.S. stocks, and the reason had to do with their expense ratio went up dramatically. I remember the first time this happened in 2004, people were basically whacked on the side of the head on it because, you know, you figure politically, you know, you get the United States, you get the Canada, you get Mexico. Those have been mining states for so long. Politically, people are normally not worried about the government's coming in and taking the gold or the silver. Currency-wise, that made a big difference and the last run up there. And then what also happened simultaneously, which was, it never happened, but let me tell you something. It was a shocker. Congress started talking about when gold was up at that 17, 18, 1900, they started talking about these leases out in Nevada. So our own Congress was basically getting itchy for more bread coming out of these companies. Randgold, yes, there's no doubt. We got a tiger saying Randgold looks weak, and it does look weak, and that's a heads up too. Randgold Resources, this this has been one of the strongest gold stocks for about a good 10 years. Now, you know, bottom line is that came down hard. Hasn't broken a swing point, but bottom line, this is going to need a few good signs of strength. You're at 82.07, which is inside the range. You know, it never broke a swing point. It's inside the range, but that is no doubt a big heads up. What I do like, and this is one to watch, is Royal Gold. You know, Royal Gold basically was one of the first ones that come down hard. That was December 28th. From that point on, you put this back. This is not a bad setup. This is a very long consolidation, and it held much higher prices. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up by 364. Nasdaq is up 77. S&Ps are up 32. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the financials out here. So we got the XLF, the ETF structure for the banks. That's up 44 cents. You've done 48 million shares. That's after coming down last week with 82, coming down the week of February 5th through the 9th of 147 million. So that correlation there, you can see another counter trend bounce. Last time we, on the XLF, you got up to the $29.77 mark. I suspect we're going to make it up to that level once again. The Qs are the ones that I suspect we're going to basically trying to get into that high. The low of the high out here is 169.74. We've hit 168.26. Yeah, volume's dying on the vine, but guess what? This baby wants to get up into that area. If we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX out here today, you had Micron Tech, that's up 6%. INCY is up 5. You get Netflix up 4.7, and Charter Communications is up 4.1. The laggard, Marriott's down 2.6. You get JB Hunt off 2.3. JD.com is down 1.9. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness, putting the points into the Dow out here today. Excuse me, folks. Boeing's the big one, as it normally is. Price-weighted index. Boeing is putting 66 positive points. Goldman's putting 35. Caterpillar's putting 34. In fact, let's go over to Goldman and take a look at Goldman. Number-wise, yeah, Goldman, so we put this back. Goldman did close in the month of March over this, the number we were looking at is the 250.70. So bottom line, got over that number the month of March. Now, I mean, the month of February, we closed out at 262.93. That's still going to be the benchmark there, 250.70. Why? Because when you came up to that in March of 2017, you failed on price, failed on volume, didn't have any juice whatsoever. We got over that with 80 million shares versus 227. That's a big differential, folks. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with numbers after the close. We have the Dow Industrials up 356, NASDAQ up 74, S&P's up 31. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful thing. Get our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But
yeah.
Holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. March 5th. I'm telling you, man, coming into spring. Communicate with clarity. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid understanding, sadness, and drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the word, all relationships would change. There'd be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 336. We had the NASDAQ up 72. S&P's up 28. Gold contract down $2.10, trading at $13.21.30 an ounce. Silver, Silver, let's see, down 5 cents, trading $16.33 an ounce. Light sweet crude, up $1.36, $62.61 a barrel. Notes, you get the 10-year note, down 5 ticks, 120 even. 30-year bond, down 12, 143.02. King dollar up 69 ticks, trading at 89.975. The euro is at 123.35 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is at 106.16 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have out here? So, we take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY is this. SPY is up $3. You're at $272.12. We take a look at this intraday, and what you're going to see out here, we started, well, yeah, first off, what we did on Friday, folks, you come back down, we come back, you got back into your downdraft from the 5th through the 8th of February. You did it with dramatically lighter volume and a rejected price. We did 139 million shares. That baby was coming into 246, bottom line, rejected price. What do we do out here today? Well, guess what? Just the opposite. Now you're going higher. You have volume contracting in a big way. Bottom line, I suspect, number one, it wants to get up to that 278 area. Now, what's going to be intriguing here is watching how we do it, what gets the bounces going, because my larger take is, guess what? We're going down south, going to test out the February 9th level. We'll see whether we're going to break that level, or it's just going to be a test on lighter volume. Where this has come right now, this very well could be the building cause in order to try to basically blow away this low out here. But we'll take it a step by step as we get up into the 278 area. The NDX 100, as I've been saying, that is the strongest indice. NDX out here up $1.84. You're at 167. That wants to test its highs. If we go over to some of these, so what I expect you're going to see happen here is this. News coming into the market is what's going to run this market around. You never know where these downdrafts come from, but once you get a downdraft that starts, what seems to happen, just as today, end of Friday, is that the market's trying to figure out, should they actually believe that Trump is going to put in a tariff, or should they take a look at what is also going on out there, meaning you had Ryan's office come out this morning. Here, so this is Ryan's office came out. So this is the Speaker of the House. And so for some context on this, what you had happen last week when the tariff was announced is that Europe come across ASAP saying, guess what? Well, if you're going to start this deal, what we're going to do first is that we're going to put a tariff on Harley-Davidsons, and then we're going to basically put another tariff on Kentucky whiskey. And so check it out. Harley-Davidsons, guess what? That's Wisconsin. That's Ryan. Kentucky whiskey, Mitch McConnell, bottom line, quick way. Money talks, the rest of it squawks, folks. Bottom line. So Ryan comes out today, bottom line, when the market was down 100 points, he pushed out, hey, guess what? The market's down again. Ryan's spokesman, Ashley Strong, we're extremely worried about the consequences of a trade war, and we're urging the White House to not advance with this plan. The new tax reform law has boosted the economy. We certainly don't want to jeopardize those gains. Bottom line, that lasted for about an hour. You know, Trump come back and said, no, we're going forward with it. The market right now is turning around and saying that, guess what? This may not happen. That being said, that's what this bounce is about. If you actually look at U.S. Steel, it looks to me U.S. Steel wants higher price. You know, so you know, if you just bank on U.S. Steel, if you bank on Nucor, guess what? This battle is just starting. Now, that's the first part of it. What's intriguing is that, okay, so we take a look at the QQQ. If this is a counter trend bounce, the real question is going to be, as we're going up into the highs, where's the failure on price? Is it going to be a failure on price and failure on volume? When I take the aspect of the tariff. That's the first part. But there's a second news story out here, folks, that is we're going to get an answer to it on Friday. And this is a big one, okay? And the reason this is a big one is that Mueller's office subpoenaed Sam Newberg. If you ever heard Sam Newberg, he's a wild man. There's no doubt about it. Bottom line, he was on Bloomberg today. So here's some of his quotes, okay? Longtime Donald Trump associate Sam Newberg said Monday that he doesn't plan to cooperate with a subpoena issued from special counsel Robert Mueller requesting to appear before a grand jury investigating Russian interference in 2016 elections. His quote, "They want me in there for a grand jury on Friday. I'm not paying the money to go down there." Newberg said in an interview with Bloomberg News today. What's he going to do? He's so tough. Let's see what he'll do. I'm not going to spend 40 hours going over emails. I have a life. Newberg was also asked to turn over emails, texts, and other communication with 10 campaign associates, including Trump, former campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, and outgoing White House communication director Hope Hicks, starting in November 2015 and running through the present. The subpoena also seeks communication with several former Trump aides, including one-time strategist Steve Bannon, former Oval Office operation Keith Schiller. Newberg said he expects one line of questioning before the grand jury to be ready to Stone, who Newberg closely worked with over years. Stay right there. I'll just finish this up because I suspect what we're going to have here, folks, is that this is going to go up until Friday. But what happens Friday is going to be a big number because this guy is saying that he's going to tell Mueller to take a hike. Stay right there. We're coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow finished up 336, NASDAQ up 72, S&P's up 28. So we're combining, folks. You get a market that goes downtown February 5th to the 9th, goes uptown, comes back down last week, has a counter trend bounce going up. What we're talking about right now, so this subpoena that went out today, Newberg was on 2 different stations today, and this is where the wild card is, because this guy's a wild man how he speaks anyway. So here, I get to some more quotes here. They're pretty cool. Well, cool in the context of when I'm looking at the marketplace, Friday, I suspect, is going to give us some answers. This is why. Newberg said he expects one line of questioning before the grand jury to be related to Stone. This is Roger Stone, who Newberg worked with closely over the years. Now, here's his next quote. I'm not going to cooperate with Mueller. It's a fishing expedition, Newberg said. They want me in there for a grand jury for testimony about Roger Stone. He didn't do anything. What is he going to do? What is Mueller going to do? His investigation is BS. Trump did not collude with Putin. It's a joke. Then Newberg said in a separate interview with MSNBC, he thinks that Mueller may have some damaging evidence against Trump. I think that he may have done something during the election, Newberg said. Then he added, I don't know that for sure. Now, I've heard this guy, and this is what's so weird about this guy, folks. He goes on. They question him. Then he keeps saying that, yeah, he thinks Trump did something, they got something, but then he doesn't know a thing, okay? My point in bringing you through this is that him saying that Mueller can't do anything, okay, and this thing's going to come in Friday, we're going to put that together with the marketplace because this is going to be news, okay? Stone said he wasn't surprised to hear that Mueller would request his communications related to Trump since the pair have a relationship going back decades. I was briefly part of the Trump campaign, and I've been the president's friend and advisor for decades, and would expect Mueller's team would at some point ask for documents or emails sent or written by me, Stone said. Newberg was on Trump's payroll from mid-2011 to August 2015 when he was fired from Trump's campaign in the early days after a Business Insider published a story about his racially charged Facebook post. In July 2016, Trump sued him for violating a confidentiality agreement. The suit was dropped later that month. The scheduled interview, Newberg was scheduled to be interviewed on February 22nd by Mueller. Another possible line of questioning could be related to Trump's activities in Moscow in 2013 during the Miss Universe pageant, which the president owned. The book by author Michael Wolff, Fire and Fury, quotes Newberg extensively describing the early months of the Trump administration. Wolff said the former advisor was generally regarded as the man who understood Trump's whims and impulses best and abandoning associate. Bottom line, folks, you can see he's a wild card. And the wild card, I would say, it's Friday. So when you look at the market, let's go back to the market for a second. We take a look at this S&P. If we start going sideways tomorrow, and, you know, let's say Wednesday, Thursday, we're trying to get up into these levels, just keep your eye on the market in general. Because if that battle is going to get set up, that guy saying, what is he going to do? The bottom line is that, folks, you're talking about there's a lot they can do. They can basically arrest him for contempt of court, or they can arrest him for contempt of court for sure. You know, bottom line is that you get subpoenaed. Guess what? You get subpoenaed, and no one is beyond that. So my point more than anything here is watch the market, because what we're going to see is it's TAFs, something like that. That's going to change that whole dynamic. If, in fact, that's how it's going to shake out. Dollar index. What do we got with the dollar index? We go over to the dollar index. What do we have with the dollar index right now? Dollar failed on price, failed on volume Friday. What we have out here now is that you got into a low today, volume, 24,000 contracts. The dollar is going to have to get up and over 90.563 in order to get anything going. It failed as it went into its downdraft out here from the 12th of January. 12th of January, we went to a price point of 91.879 down to 90.902. We did 40,000 contracts. That is going to be a hard place to get through. What we did do on Friday is we did 39,000, which is a good number. There's no doubt about that. The real kicker is that you are inside the lower range. If we go into the bond market, right now the 10-year yield is at 2.879. The bond market held out here. The bond, if we go into the TLT, the 20-year plus, what you're going to see out here again today is that you rejected lower price. You did have lighter volume. This has been trying to lay out a bottom since the 8th of February. Right now you're at 118.03. You did get a sign of strength last Thursday. That's when we went from 118 to 119. You had an expansion of volume of 12 million. You rejected lower price today with 5.6 million. That's a nice rejection. And what that looks to me like it's setting up the aspect that once again, when we reach the highest swing points, you'll get a failure on price, a failure on volume. And the differential being on the next pullback, you will have people going into the 10 years, going into the 30 years once again. You got to remember something. When we came down on the February 5th to February 9th time frame, what was going on there is that you had the rates going up so dramatically, so fast. And it's not that they went up that fast, okay? But compared to where they've been for the last 10 years, they did. That took... The rates were going up, market was going down, and most times when markets go down, folks, money goes into the notes and bonds immediately. It didn't happen. It started happening on the downdraft of last week, however, and that's how the market normally runs, and that's what I expect we're going to see. Let's go over to, we know silver is still weak. So let's take a look at a few of these silver stocks for the Tigers and Tigresses out here. Great Panther. Great Panther is down 2 cents. You're trading $1.14 an ounce, and we had 774,000 shares today. Now that's going into 1.1 million as well as 1.3. But bottom line is that we need to catch a bid. That's how this is set up. Now, what is happening inside the metals market out here for the next 2 days is that you have the largest conference in the world. You get PDAC, which is up in Toronto. So you are going to be getting some news coming out of there, I expect, tonight, tomorrow. If they have any news to drop, they're going to, kind of push it out there because there's plenty of people up there that are following it. To get back to Great Panther again, yeah, we want to see a sign of strength to come in that equity. If we go to Pan American Silver, PAAS, same type of setup in Pan American Silver. That needs a bid. Heckler needs a bid. Let's go into First Majestic, and First Majestic looks pretty good. So does now this one's interesting. First Majestic and Endeavor Silver, they move around quite a bit. If you get them right, good. You go to the moon very quickly. You get them wrong, and they crush you in about 2 seconds. I like how this equity's trading. It basically, once again, it's kind of one of the strongest silver equities out there. It tested the lows. Now, this made a lower low in November before the other equities did. But the way it is set up, not a bad-looking equity. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Some of the higher volume equities out here today traded. We had General Electric was up 30 cents, trading $14.42. You had Ford up 18, 10.58. Twitter was up. Look at that. Twitter's up $1.58. We got to see what's going on with that. Big number there. Square was up $4.40 at $50.42. You had Netflix. Netflix was a big winner out here today. It was up $13.95. New highs $1,315. Let's go right into Twitter first. So let's see what we got with Twitter out here. Twitter up $1.58, $34. Oh, it's going right after. So this is a high volume high. This is pretty cool. So you get your high volume high, $35. That was February 8th. Let's just see if there's any other news behind this today. No, that bottom line is that's going after a test of that high volume high. That's how that baby is shaking out. So we'll see how that hits it. Let's go over to GE. We know GE's been in deep trouble. Same deal here. No, nothing's there. You've done 83 million shares versus 145 on the way down, 129 on the way down, 138 on the way down. That is only a counter trend bounce, and I don't expect GE's going to get out of its way at all. Square, bottom line, breaking topside. This has to do with basically old news, but they recycled it out here again today about Square using a blockchain technology, and actually it had more to do with accepting cryptos. Shares of Square rallied Monday in what appeared to be old news making the rounds on the internet and the trading floors. The stock's surge may have been promoted by an article from a little-known news site. Bottom line is that you have Bitcoin running things out here news-wise once again. Because what we did have out here earlier, so check this out. This is going to be pretty cool. So if we go over to Bitcoin for a second, Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading at 11,550. The low today was 11,106. The high is 11,671. Now, that being said, when Tommy and I were doing the program this morning, Ripple was up big. If we take a look at this stock chart on Ripple, what you're going to see is that Ripple traded to a high last night of $1.08, and right now you're at 95 cents. So bottom line is that that gave up 13 cents. It doesn't sound like much, but for a $95 stock, it is. Now, what the news is on Ripple goes like this. Ripple, the third most valuable digital token by market value, paired gains after one of the biggest U.S. cryptocurrency exchanges reiterated that it hasn't decided whether it will add new coins to its marketplace. On January 4th, 2018, our January 4th, 2018 statement continues to stand. We have made no decision to add additional assets to either GDAX, GDAX, or Coinbase, the San Francisco-based exchange said in a tweet Monday. Any statement to the contrary is untrue and not authorized by the company. Ripple had gained as much as 20% to $1.08 Monday amid speculation that Coinbase will enable trading of that asset. It is now up by 6.5%. Coinbase currently allows users to trade Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, or Litecoin. And if we go take a look at this, and you'll see inside this, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, what you're going to see out here is the aspect of, Bitcoin was up 4.8% today. Ripple 6.3%. Ethereum was just down slightly, and Litecoin was up by 2.6%. If we go take a look at Riot Blockchain, now this is going to be interesting. So Riot Blockchain right now is trading at $10.83. And this had a high of $46. Let me see this, because this is intriguing in the aspect of, I guess I'm going to have to do this. I'll do this at the next break, because what I wanted to do is this, folks, okay? What you're going to see is that the government is actually auctioning off more Bitcoins that they confiscated. And it had in the Wall Street Journal today that Riot Blockchain was the one who actually got the last Bitcoins that they actually did auction off. What's intriguing about that is that I'm trying to figure out, where they got the bread to get that, because when you take a look at how this shakes out, their revenue aspect is $24,000 a quarter. So I'll hunt that in the next commercial break, because that is going to be no doubt a big number. And the real question is going to be, what happens when the government does auction these off, folks? You don't get the price. They haven't given the price out yet as to what they go for, because most times what ends up happening is that they have the auction. So we all can go to the auction. You get the money, you want to put it up, you want to give them the deposit, you can do it. But bottom line is that then you don't know who the winner is. Well, you know who the winner is, but they don't tell you what the price was. Nostrum's just came across the tape rejecting a $50 offer from the family. So Nostrum rejects a $50 offer by Nostrum Family Group. Let's go take a look at Nostrum. See this 1 second. Right. Whoops. Okay, so, whoops, wrong one. JWN. Well, of course they're going to reject. This is too funny. Nostrum is trading at $51. Why are they going to accept $50? That ain't even close. Yeah. So Nostrum is rejecting a proposal after determining that the $50 share price to be inadequate. The special committee intends to terminate discussions. Let me just see this. Okay, so PHDC. Let's see what they own out here. See how far. Well, guess what? They can start accumulating some. So you get Bruce Nordstrom owns 15.3% of a company. Then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8%. Then I'm up to 23.4 that I can find right pretty easily. Well, and let's go look at the management structure for a second. So, I guess what? So, I see it. It must be three brothers. Three brothers. No, they don't look like brothers. Oh, I see. They're going to be 54. So you have three co-presidents, all Nordstroms. One's 54, one's 56, and one's 57. And they've all been there for 22 years. Look at that, man. Holy cow. Well, you stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental, so I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. So if we go back to this Bitcoin auction, so the U.S. Marshal is going to be auctioning off more Bitcoins. I went back to the story. So the last time out, Bitcoin did win 500 coins out of an auction of 3,813. What's intriguing here, it is just a quick way, it seems. Okay, so on this auction here, it's really just a quick way in order to get a large amount of coins. Because when you go back to the 23rd, they're saying, their notice was saying that they got in those 500 coins at 5.2 million, which is really was market price that day, 10,354 a coin. So I guess when folks are bidding on these, they're bidding on them in the aspect that, yeah, you can get quite a few coins at the same price. So let's see what they said. The CEO, when he was buying these, was figuring that Bitcoin is going to reach $50,000 in the next 12 to 18 months. Our strategy at Riot is to accumulate Bitcoin and provide our investors as much direct exposure as we can. Hence, we decided to participate in the auction. Guess what? Well, bottom line. The auction, the sixth by the Department of Justice, attracted 62 registered bidders and received 111 bids. The agency doesn't announce names of the auction winners or the total amount that was raised. The auction represented a rare opportunity for investors to purchase a large amount of Bitcoins outside of online exchanges, allowing large purchases without driving up the price. The last such auction took place August of 2016, when the agency had offered 2,700 Bitcoins forfeited in 12 separate cases. The largest number of Bitcoins the agency ever auctioned off was 50,000 in December of 2014. Back then, one Bitcoin cost, oh my God, $373. The whole hoard had a market cap of less than 19 million. Venture capitalist Tom Draper, who had said he was considering participating in the Monday's auction, was the sole winner of about 30,000 coins in the 2014 sale. Second Market, now part of NASDAQ, won a large bit of Bitcoins in the previous auction as well. So that's pretty intense. So check that out, man. That's that venture capitalist, Tom Draper, man, he's been successful in so many different things. That's pretty incredible. Imagine 50,000. Okay, so he won 30,000 coins. Think about that for a second. Depending whether he kept them or not, at $373. And that was in, let's see, 2014. How far can I bring this back? Let me see this chart for a second. No, it actually does go back there. 2014. God. There it is right there. Yeah, so it laid out there for quite a while. 2014, well, even at $300, that was quite a deal, because it did get up to 700. 2015, it was down to 236. The whole march forward actually started in May of 2017. Well, I can't say that either, because that's when it went from 1330 though to 2795. Then base for 2 months went from a price point of 1850 to 4700 in 1 month, and then the march forward was extraordinary. The highs of August was 4700. The highs of September were 4,900. The highs of October was 6,400. The highs of November was 11,434, and the top tick was 19,511, which was in December. This did top out the day that the CBOE started trading. You saw that then go down from 19,500 the following month. We're at 9,185. The lows were established last month at 59.22. So bottom line is that we'll see where this whole thing is going to shake out now. You certainly have plenty of news events that continue to keep coming out. And, of course, we got plenty of tokens that keep coming out. Bottom line is that we'll see whether anyone can make any money, particularly on the tokens. The tokens, folks, I'm telling you, stay away from them. But bottom line, you got to do what you want to do with your own bread. All the token is basically is like almost a frequent flyer mile that you hope you can Well, it's actually less than a frequent flyer mile. Most of the frequent flyer miles you can use. The real token aspect is that will you be able to cash that in for a product or something that token seller is selling? That's what it really comes down to. Let's go take a look at the currency market. We'll go over into the euro. We'll take a look at this euro out here. So right now, euro's trading 123. Now, anything over the 123, which we're over, 123.36, bottom line, this is still game up to the 139 number. You know, it got inside the larger range. So when we broke down, folks, we had broken down in the euro December of 2014. We got back inside that range. You're building cars. You come off the lows. Game here is 139. So that's going to be intriguing to the aspect, is that where that baby wants to go? And if that's where that baby wants to go, you're going to see that dollar down into that $80 area. If we go take a look at the, let's go take a look at Alcoa, actually. And what happened with Alcoa, bottom line, was against the tariff on aluminum. The reason being is that Alcoa has plants all over the world. And, yeah, that's one of the largest aluminum plays in the United States. But what you have also, of course, is that when you are all over the world, that makes a whole different ballgame, because in that context, what you have is that they're going to get hit everywhere else. Yeah, so Alcoa hasn't moved. Bottom line, this is actually off its high. The high was 57, established January 12th. Right now, you're at 45. That didn't get a bump up at all. And certainly, I wouldn't expect it to get a bump up. The strongest steel stock, if you are going in that route, my take would be Nucor, folks. Nucor didn't move today. Bottom line, you know, Nucor's a nice setup, though. You're at $67.82. This broke topside, but when this broke topside, it was November of 2016. That's when it took out the whole consolidation that it's been in since September 08. U.S. Steel, yes, bigger name, but guess what? U.S. Steel, for a long period of time, has been in this consolidation. Now, I think it's going higher, but if you want to look for the strongest equity inside that steel industry, it's going to be Nucor. You know, what you have with U.S. Steel hasn't, well, you've been in a consolidation for 10 years. That's how this thing's laying out. And if we go back to, let's go to Ford and GM, because they got hit good. So Ford was up on 43 million shares today after being down on 60 million and 75 million. This still is problematic for Ford. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 336, NASDAQ up 72, S&P's up 27. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up 336, NASDAQ up 72, S&P's up 27. Volume out here was light, folks. So the bottom line is that you doing a nice bounce. You get light volume right now on the NYSE out here today. We did 892 million. You're going into 1.1 billion. And inside the composite, what we did, the composite had better volume. We did 2 billion versus actually it wasn't that much better. 2 billion versus 2.4 billion. So you're not getting that juice there. There's no doubt. What you did get out here is that the market basically, I suspect, is saying that guess what? These tariffs were announced, but guess what? They may not do much. Why? Because you're going to have Mitch McConnell, you're going to have Ryan going against them, you're going to have a lot of Republicans going against them, and we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. That's what the market is looking at. When we take a look at Treasury bills, now this gets really intriguing. Bottom line, that we're moving huge amounts of Treasury bills out, whether it's the 2-year, the 10 years, because of the, bottom line, we just have a refinancing of this debt on a continual basis. This coming year, as Mnuchin said, there's going to be quite a few that are out there. That being said, guess what, folks? Today, when they pushed these out, this was a big bid to cover. So what a bid to cover is let's say that you're pushing out one bill. A bid to cover means that how many people are going after that one bill? Well, today it was 3.26 bids for every bill that was out there. That's a huge bid to cover ratio. That means that people want our debt. That's a strong market. And in fact, this was the strongest market since mid-August of last year. So that is a big number. Now, granted, what you did have is that, when you take a look at it, it says, okay, these ones were 3-year notes. They came off at 1.66%. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot of bread for a 3-year note, but guess what? That's a huge amount of bread compared to if you want to lend to Germany, France, Sweden, Portugal, all of the above. Guess what? That is a big number. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Look forward to speaking right back here, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get them, folks.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.